Hello and welcome to my craft room. My name's Dawn and I'm making videos as I work through the many projects that I have purchased over the years in the hope that I'll be able to tidy this craft room. This week I've decided that I really need to finish the building blocks quilt that I started a couple of months ago. All it needs is the quilt sandwiching done, the quilting and the binding. I have the backing, I have the wadding, so that's what I'm going to do. But in order for me to do that first stage, I do need the dining room table. And I've had Freddie today, my grandson, so the table always needs a good clean once he's been here, because somehow he manages to get Weetabix all over the table as well as his face. So I've given it a good clean. My husband's out playing golf, so I thought this is the ideal time to do it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hello. Here I am downstairs. I have my quilt top, which, as I say, has been sat downstairs for quite a while. I sat on the floor for a while. So this is the quilt block that I've got. So my first stage will be to give this a good iron. I have the backing fabric, which I bought, which has tiny little rosebuds on it. And hopefully this is enough wadding. So I'm going to give it all an iron and then see where I am after that. So I now have the quilt top, the wadding and the backing. I had to join the backing, but I didn't pattern match it, because I don't know if you can see the writing goes in different directions. So I thought probably wouldn't matter that the backing wasn't pattern matched. So now I'm going to use my 505 spray and I'm going to sandwich them all together. Because the quilt is so big, I've had to do it in stages. Started in the middle and worked out, and then rolled the quilt up so that I could do the other side. So that's the backing done. Now I need to turn it over and do the same for the front. So that's everything stuck together using the 505 spray, but because I'm going to quilt it and it is going to be moved around a bit, just to be extra secure, I use curved safety pins. They look like this. And I will put them over the quilt, not ever so close together, but just close enough that it stops the quilt from moving around as I'm quilting it. I've set up my machine so that I can quilt, and I've added onto it the walking foot. I decided to do some echo quilting on just the pink blocks of the quilt and left the white blocks completely free. And finally, I did a complete round of the quilt on one of the pink areas. I then trimmed the quilt, ready for the binding to go on. For the binding, I cut 2-inch strips and then I joined these strips together, making a mitre. I trimmed the joins and folded it in half and ironed. So now I'm ready to put the binding on. I've changed my foot back over to my 1/4 inch foot, and I have my binding and my trimmed quilt, and I'm going to sew it to the front with raw edges together, and I'm going to leave a good 6 inches before I start sewing, so I've got plenty to work with when I join it together. So now I then fold the 2-inch strip over the raw edges and hand sew into place. And that's it, a finished quilt. So it's finished. I've managed to get it completed. As I'm filming this, which for you is yesterday, we are in a red weather warning. It is extremely hot up here. Not the type of weather to be sewing binding on a quilt, but I needed to get this quilt finished because it is for my goddaughter who gets married tomorrow during a red weather warning. Only Georgia could manage to plan it that way. But it is done. As you saw in the picture just now, it's all completed. The one thing it didn't have when I filmed that was the label. So it says George and Sam, 25th of June 2026, handmade with love by Auntie Dawn. So that was all sewn on. Now that I've finished recording this, I can wrap it ready for tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to have a lovely day, even though it's going to be one of the hottest days of the year, and probably for quite a few years. So yeah, I'm not going to be staying up here very long. I have come up, I've got my neck fan, I've got my bottle of water, but I'm going to now edit this video and get it up ready for Thursday. So thank you for watching. In all, this has taken me about 12 hours from just the quilt top to the finished quilt, and that made me think that maybe I shouldn't put these things off, because in scale things it didn't take that long to do. And although I say it's 12 hours, it wasn't 12 hours in one go. I have done it sort of over a week. So maybe don't put the things off that I keep looking at and thinking, yeah, I'll do that later, because if I hadn't have done that, then maybe I wouldn't be finishing it the day before the wedding. Take care, all of you. If you're in the UK, I hope you're managing to stay cool. And if you like these videos, please do give it a like and a subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram. It has been quite quiet the last couple of days because it's just been a bit too hot to do very much. But stay cool, happy crafting, and I'll see you next time.